Members of the Colorado Supreme Court are facing violent threats online following the court's decision to bar former President Donald Trump from the state's primary ballot in 2024. A report from the nonpartisan group Advanced Democracy found social media users have called for the justices to be arrested or killed. The court ruled Tuesday the former president violated a clause in the 14th Amendment that prevents anyone who took an oath to defend the Constitution from holding public office if they engaged in an insurrection. In this case, the attack of January 6th, where Trump supporters put violent rhetoric into action after an outcome they didn't like. CBS News campaign reporter Katrina Kaufman is following this story, and she joins me now. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. Tell me about the nature of these threats.
Thank you for having me. So yeah, as you said, there have been significant violent threats against the justices since the ruling. There are people calling for them to be hanged, bombed, sent to the bottom of the ocean. And I think it's notable that Donald Trump has actually posted quite a bit on Truth Social, and some of these remarks are actually responses to his own posts. So it feels like there's a direct relationship there as well.
Right, and that was also one of the alleged relationships that existed in the January 6th testimony. Tell me about the pattern. He's got other cases, the former president.
Of course.
Has this pattern shown up in other cases as well?
Yeah, we've seen a spike in violent rhetoric with each indictment. So New York, Florida, Fulton County, this is really notable. And also, gag orders have been put on Trump because of the way that he's threatening people who are involved in these cases. You know, the clerk of the judge in the New York civil fraud case, witnesses, prosecutors, both in New York and D.C., they've really had to put this restriction on him because they're worried about this harassment interfering with the trials. And
how has that changed the nature of the trials and the process since now this is such a regular pattern? Has it been built into the process, the fact there would be these kinds of backlashes?
I think what's interesting is that gag orders aren't normally put on defendants. You know, they're usually put on lawyers. Usually defendants don't want to talk about their cases. So I think that's something that's very different here, that they're having to place these gag orders on Donald Trump to restrict him from interfering in his own trials.
And then his response has been, well, they're trying to take away my free speech rights.
Exactly. I mean, even in the New York civil fraud case, he was supposed to testify. The last minute he dropped out, and then he later posted on Truth Social, you know, it's because of the gag order I couldn't speak freely on the stand, which really isn't true. You know, he just can't criticize the court staff. But he's really kind of flipping this as a way to say that he's being victimized, that he can't use his core political speech to freely campaign for president.
Right, which creates a sense of grievance for which people think violence is the only response.
Yeah.
Katrina Kaufman, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.